Greetings, my excellent friends. Right on the eye, I do enjoy that. It's always completely accidental because whenever I try to do it, it fails. It's like, ooh, I know, I'll go here, and then right on the cheek. Because you can't see it ahead of time. Like, I can try and put my eye in the middle of the screen now, but only because I can see the screen. Anyway. We have a bit more map to go. I mean, I don't know how much map there is until I'm at the borders, but we have the park to visit today. I believe I put myself outside of it so that I would go there immediately, and I do need to double check. There was something when I was approaching it before, and before I could explain that my intention was to reverse course and go south of it, a bunch of well, not a bunch of people, but like there were several comments saying, be careful the order in which you do things there. So I'll need a refresher on that as we are going into the park as soon as the game is loaded up. In other news, the update for the new season of Sea of Thieves has come in. I haven't played any of it yet, but new weapons and tools is the basic rundown. There's no new content to do, but rather new options and kit for all of the content we're already doing. So it's not as exciting as perhaps the next season will be when they add a new event and things. You know what would have been funny? And I guess they can't do this because when we load the game up, we haven't picked a save file yet, but it would be funny if that picture of all of the party members, except Carla, it would be funny if Lae'zel disappeared while she was a captive. Because she's been a captive for like 3 weeks now, and we're just not helping her. Feels slightly bad, but not bad enough to change course. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's unfortunate. Anyway. So I need to avoid the fountain area until I've explored the entirety of the rest of the park. Presuming the fountain area is central. It's a little hard to gauge how big the park is until I've gotten deeper into it. Because of all of this fog. But I certainly don't see a fountain yet. Unless that's it. But that looks like a gate. Hello, Bunter. We've probably talked to these people the first time we came through, but still. Who are you? What do you want?
That's the last time I let anyone work late without me. Bloody idler didn't get a thing done.
Right, but how are you paid? Because if you're paid by the hour, then the longer it takes you to do this job, the better for you both.
You aren't a stonemason by any chance? Nah, suppose not.
Should mind my step.
That's a gate. Fountain. You mean over here? Don't go over here? Or is it that? No, I think that's just a statue. Okay, don't go over there. I can stick to that. Fistbella, how are you?
The captain's the one in charge. Take your woes to her.
What captain? You're on your own in a park.
On your way. I can hardly keep watch if I'm talking to you, can I?
Well, if you think I'm suspicious, you can. Anyway, time to steal all the alchemy bits I'm never going to use.
So much better when the story ends over.
All of these statues. Could they too be heroes all? Frozen in stone, the city has need of them?
Obviously.
The Harpers keep records of those who fought for the
Stop
city.
making noise.
I think I would recall mention of a bare-assed little cherub in all our story and song.
Well, Boo would also think you would have noticed when Minsk himself was frozen for over a century.
And what were your general feelings on the book?
Do you know? I had forgotten just how catty your hamster could be.
Never mind, goose pimples arrive. Bits of the book were downright naughty.
Morgan, please. Let's keep away from the book's personal.
More like juicy. A very juicy read.
Okay.
With a book brigade, not a smut.
Morgan, Caedwin, and Kepley. Smut Symposium, what?
Hang on. Don't distract me. I've been waiting a bloody month to talk about this book.
Tell you what, I really enjoyed our book this month. Dusk's Dark Desires. Highly recommend it.
Oh, hello there. Feel free to listen in, but only members may participate in discussion.
Yeah, I'm good.
Now, I personally love the book's setting. Twisty corridors, flickering candlelight. Oh, it's such compelling reading.
Nah, the blood and sex were the best bits. Of any book, really.
No, I'm with Kepley. The novel's sense of intrigue was its finest quality.
Don't get me wrong. The book intrigued me. You know, the right ways.
Well, Morgan knows what she's about. The Liberated. The Liberated.
Favorite character in the book.
I really like
Hello?
what you're
The Liberated?
doing, Bedford.
A tribute to liberty. Compliments of Stony and Boney.
Stony and Boney!
You fools. Obviously, Dusk was the story's best character.
The novel's protagonist is such a basic choice, Morgan.
Yeah, I'm with Kepley on that one.
I know what I like, and the book delivered it in spades.
Something good here. I hope.
Jesus, I don't have room for half a pound of honeycomb. We need to fix the inventory again. There we go. I've once again got 6 pounds of alchemy. Go on, talk about the book again. I want to hear the line sequence that ends in her saying Smut Symposium, because I did not listen to the rest of that, and I would like to.
And what were your general feelings on the book?
Yeah.
A thrilling read. Gave me goose pimples.
Goose pimples arrive. Bits of the book were downright naughty.
Morgan, please. We're in public. Let's keep away from the book's racier parts.
Racy. More like juicy. A very juicy read.
Yeah, the book was a lot more lewd than its prequels.
Please focus. With a
There we
book
go.
brigade, not a smut symposium.
I really do feel like you could be both. So the fountain's there.
Only been a
Ah!
That to me.
I wonder what this is about. I was gonna talk to the kids with the ball, but let's avoid both ball and ball, shall we?
Don't get me wrong. The book intrigue
Just for a
all
moment.
the right ways.
Albert, how are you?
Sparky! Sparky! Oh, we need to go home for tea. Ugh, he won't listen, and he's too fast to catch. Stupid dog.
Don't be rude to your dog. He's doing a great job running.
Yeah, that's the problem. Sparky is too good at running. I tried already, but I've only got little legs. Say, you're tall. Maybe you'd have better luck.
Unlike in video games where protagonists tend to be basic, novel protagonists are often the best characters because they get the most emotional focus. Yeah. I just, generally find the characters that you don't spend time in the head of to be more interesting from a curiosity perspective. Though I suppose there are plenty of books in which the protagonist's head is a little obscured. Sure, I'll catch your dog. I can speak to him, so that'll make it easier.
Good luck. He's the fastest dog in the world.
Well, we have a Karlak. Hey, Sparky. Damn it. Okay, he actually is legitimately difficult to click on. Sparky! Sparky! Gotcha.
Run, 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 run! Oh, friend! Hello?
Why are you running around in circles?
Because running is brilliant!
Your owner is calling for you. You should probably stop running.
Stop running? But then I won't be running anymore.
Well, you're not running now. Be careful. I heard dogs can only run 100 times in their lives. Oh, no. Oh, God. No. That is psychological warfare. If you tell him that, he will spend the rest of his life depressed. Alternatively, you can point out that running will feel even better tomorrow if you take a little break for the day.
Stop running to run better. Okay. See you later. Home, 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 home.
Did the child disappear? Well, fuck, don't thank me or anything, you dick. Okay.
Park's no place for a stroll anymore. More likely to find a muggin than a picnic these days.
You feel an all too familiar squirm in the recesses of your mind. She has a tadpole.
Or perhaps you'll find something bloodier. The Absolute warriors are at work, just beyond here. You'd be wise to not interfere, brother.
What's going on in the park?
Nothing's going on. And even if there was something, you'd be wise to ignore it. Absolute's business. Got it?
Absolutely.
Now be off. You'll attract attention. In her name.
Just my luck to get assigned to Captain Crackwall. Mother's pissed that one.
Missing Chessa. Beware of foreigners. Yeah, beware of racists. Martina Kostaka. Stop walking away.
Oh, a new face in the park. How charming.
You've got Ethel's
First
face.
you worry about the guards, now you're chatting to every stranger we see. There's no time, Martina. We must complete our walk.
Fine, darling, fine. I apologize for my husband. He takes his daily constitutional very seriously.
Let's bother them again.
Bloody Bertram. How does he walk so goddamned fast?
Or at least her. Surrender your burdens. What's this for? Umberly? No. Does sorrow grip your heart? Does rage cloud your mind? Do you ever wish to surrender all that holds you back in life? It can be so at the House of Grief. To be unburdened of your troubles is to be reborn. Seek us out, and we shall discover the very best version of you. I meant discover.
You said you wanted to chat, my love?
I did want to chat.
A home for every working Baldurian. If you work, you are entitled to a decent life. If you don't belong here. Oh, Jesus.
Never mind.
No time to chat, we've a walk to finish. 43 years and I've never stopped short.
Yes, and my knees feel every year.
Well, you could always stay home. He's not your boss. We have 2 copies of Tenebrooks Morrow, and they're both owned by somebody. When we departed, it was without our smith. Poor Knowles. We've most likely read all the chapters of her. There's a building here with some stuff. Murder target. Oh, that's Figaro's place. Right, there's also a building here which we've sort of accidentally revealed. It's small. Let's maybe go to it. Did we speak to these two? I think we spoke to Drug Gag.
Wherever you've come from.
I'm just trying to do my bit. Same as everyone else.
Your name sounds incredibly suspicious, but it's not really your fault, I suppose.
Bloomridge Park ahead.
Sure is.
Enter those for whom justice and truth are thine guiding lights.
Goldbraith. Hang on. Yes. Yeah, there's a story with this house. I bookmarked this, like, at the start of the year to make sure that when I found this place in the city, I would point the story out for anybody who didn't read it or hear about it. Let's get inside first and talk to the man. Then I will... it's a Twitter post that I'll read out. If you know what I'm talking about, just hold on it. Just hold on it. If you don't, well, you'll find out. Galbraith's cellar. Well, this isn't a cellar, but okay, sure. Down there would be the cellar. There's also a little side room here, but it doesn't seem to be enterable in any way. What's in the mailbox, actually? I opened it, but I didn't read things. Concerning the future of Baldur's Gate. Dear Master Galbraith, word has been brought to Candlekeep that Baldur's Gate is under threat, and there are those who claim that the Mind Flayer plot is being driven from within the city's own seats of power. As a leading expert in Mind Flayers and counter-illithid strategies, we would like to consult with you, that we may pool our resources to destroy such a plot before it takes root. Leave word for us at the lodge, and we will arrange a date and time. The first reader. A leading expert in Mind Flayers and counter-illithid strategies. That's what this guy is. Dear Master Galbraith Stradivus, I wanted to write to thank you. You see, you saved my life. I recently had the great misfortune to encounter a Mind Flayer. I had been tracking it with my friends when I found myself alone in a clearing, wandering straight into its path. The creature had me cornered, its tentacles were closing on my mind. But something in me refused to submit. I remembered your words. The greatest thing you can do to offset a Mind Flayer's designs upon you is to have allies, and with that, with what would surely have been my last breath, I called out to them. They rushed to my aid and freed me from the monster's grasp. It is thanks to them that I was able to survive, but thanks to you that I remembered them. For it was that nugget of thought that you planted that I was able to recall at the very moment when all was lost. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I shall be sure to buy many copies of your book, that others may consider themselves similarly armed. With gratitude, a fan. Here he is.
He has twice the kills you did at that age. He knows the 7 major arteries, the blind spots, everything. That Mind Flayer is done for.
You don't hear many people discussing Mind Flayers.
You know of them? Good. You don't meet many in this city with their eyes open. Galbraith Stradivus, Mind Flayer Hunter. My son is tracking one of the beasts as we speak.
Alright, now I'll share the story. This is a message that was posted on Larian's forums during early access. Hey Larian. So I've done a couple of playthroughs and have submitted a number of bug reports, some of which broke my game, but that's alright. I've loved it. I wanted to thank you for deciding to release the game in early access in this format, giving a whole act to play through. I'm a serious gamer. My dad got me into gaming at a young age, and we played so many hours of Baldur's Gate 2 together. We've been looking forward to playing Baldur's Gate 3 together ever since it was announced, to relive some old memories of playing RPGs together and go on a new adventure. We've been sure the quality would be as good, as we've done multiple playthroughs of Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, and seriously enjoyed them. It's made the wait even more exciting. Unfortunately, he was recently diagnosed with Alzheimer's in the midst of lockdown, and his state is such I'm not sure that he'll be able to play the full game with me when it gets out. It's been a worry of mine, as he has been really looking forward to it. And then you go and release this early access, not a complete game with bugs galore or a skeleton of a game, but a complete Act 1, with a limited number but well thought out set of classes and a good, long storyline. This early access means that this Christmas I'll be able to go on an adventure with him one last time, and I know he'll enjoy it. The fact that the big baddies are mind flayers is just the icing on the cake. So amidst the difficulties and pains this early access may have caused you, know that you have my deepest and sincere thanks. This is more than an early access for me, it's another adventure I can go on with my old man, and make some good memories. Thank you. And here's another post from just after the game launched, 2-3 years later. So this is a post for the Larian devs. During EA, I wrote a post to thank you for releasing Early Access, which meant I could play with my dad before his Alzheimer's progressed too far. I did end up playing with him that Christmas, and it was good fun. We enjoyed remembering the old BG2 days and getting into trouble in the new one. Much later, I got an email from one of your writers. I won't use her name here to keep her privacy, so let's call her Super Writer. It turns out my message had resonated with quite a few of you, as many of us have experienced the struggle of a family member with Alzheimer's or dementia. Yep. And Super Writer was emailing me to ask if I would be open to having something included in the game to honor my father. I'll note I completely missed the original email, but the writer chased me up again many months later, hence why I chose to use this name for her. I obviously accepted, and we discussed some details on my father through emails. I told my dad the following Christmas, as I wanted to make sure he knew before the disease progressed too far, and he was so happy he asked me to send a thank you to the team, complete with a picture of his goofy smiling face. Fast forward to release, I sneakily asked Super Writer where I could find whatever it was that was honoring my father. BG3 was looking to be a very big game, but I didn't want to miss this. I was expecting a mention in a random book, or a plaque, but I was secretly hoping for an NPC with one line, maybe. Super Writer responded with, among other things, the following. The Glitter Gala, Bloomridge Park, and the Blushing Mermaid form a triangle in the lower city of Baldur's Gate, and at its center is Golbraith's cellar, where the mighty Golbraith Stredivas can be found. A mind flayer hunter of great renown, he has since retired, and now spends his days writing, in the hopes of passing his knowledge on to future generations. Not just an NPC, but also a cellar? I was incredibly excited to find out. While I originally planned to beeline there when I got to the lower city, turns out I first had to, and there's a spoiler marker here that I can't click on because it's a screenshot, presumably just talking about the things you gotta do to get to that point, because, yeah, it's pretty deep into the city, as we've seen. All of that done, I found Golbraith's house. I looked through every corner of that house, every box and chest. I even looked in Golbraith's inventory. We'll ignore the moral issues that come with pickpocketing my dad in a video game. Luckily, I didn't do it. I simply asked my co-op partner to do it for me. No moral quandary there. Not only does Golbraith look like my father, but he has multiple lines of dialogue. Some really touching ones, too, for his son at least. The different papers in the house were amazing. The stack of letters between Golbraith and his son, we haven't found those yet, but we'll look, put a lump in my throat. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't misty-eyed. The secret Mind Flayer Hunter cellar was awesome. As soon as I finished looking through the whole house, I told my dad. He's in a care home now, so he can't play the game, but he listened to my description with a childlike glee I haven't seen in a while. He loved every moment of it. He loved the idea that his character has a monocle, was proud that his character has a secret cellar full of weapons. He still talks about it from time to time during our weekly chats. And so here comes the purpose of my post. Thank you, Larian, truly. It was so much more than I was expecting and was extremely touching. Both my dad and me loved it. So that is what this house is. And that's why this character talks about having a son out adventuring. Hello, Mew. I had the Twitch chat off because I was reading a story off of Twitter. if you came in halfway through. Basically, this house in the game is the tribute to someone who sent the developer a message saying that he and his dad played games like this together for years and years, and the dad had Alzheimer's and probably wasn't going to be able to play this game when it came out. But because it came out in early access a few years earlier, he got to enjoy some of it before things got too bad. And as a result, they put this in. I'm hunting mind flayers too. I could use someone like you.
I'd have jumped at that chance a few years back, but an illithid trap left me retired. Permanently. My son has taken up the mantle. He fights tooth and nail every single day. I only pray it's enough. That I've done enough.
You've done your part, let us take it from here. We know how to deal with them.
It is rare to meet someone who doesn't fear mind flayers. You remind me of an old friend. A hero of his time. Here. He gifted me this. Call it thanks for setting me at ease. They won't win, you know. The mind flayers. Not with my son fighting the good fight. And you.
Huh. Attached to this shield is a faded note. Gee, I found the best defense against an arrow is to be the one behind the bow, but this shield also does the trick in a pinch. Yours, AA. So that's Abdel Adrian, that's the Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 protagonist. I don't love that, just because I don't like the whole canon name thing. Like, leave characters like that a mystery. But anyway, it's a protection from missiles shield. Not that good, right? I guess it's red. It's just got a level 2 spell on it.
Justice walks on 4 feet and sleeps in my boot.
Is it better than shield? I don't know. Well, I don't want to carry it, but you have it. This is not. Exactly.
Let's get in and out.
Not everyone subscribes.
Sorry.
Go on. You have mind flayers to kill.
Stop robbing my house. I wanted to see if there was shit here, but I guess it's probably in the cellar. Like the actual cellar. I don't know why the house is called Galbraith's cellar. Could you turn around? Thank you.
That's a friendly-looking shadow.
No, stay turned around. Oh, no, he's letting me do it. Quickly.
Can't risk being in open view. What do we have here?
Bundle of letters. There we go.
These boots have seen everything.
This is presumably also part of the tribute. Ah, okay, so they didn't write him out, but a bulging binder of letters of correspondence between Galbraith and his son, lovingly preserved. And stolen.
What path lies before me?
I'm going to hell.
This calls for careful footwork.
And here's the actual secret cellar. Ooh, trap, traps, traps, traps.
This place is trapped.
You know what? Let's go back to the universe before we stepped on the Cloud Kill plate. Okay, we're back up here, but we don't actually see now. I've unrobbed the letters book, so he can keep them. We'll rob his cellar though.
Just out of view.
He'd want us to have the stuff in the cellar. But it's full of his mind flayer killing weapon. Oh fuck. Better. This game gives you nightmares of a tabletop DM rolling a Warhammer 40,000's worth of dice on perception. Did you just get here, Grefter? Are you familiar with the story of this house? Did you hear me tell it? Here, Jahira, you carry all of this. If I do that, does it put it in her pouch or does it put it in her hands? Yeah, it doesn't put it in the pouch. You don't know the story? Well, I'm not going to read it all out again. Because it took a good 5 minutes to, but here, you should have this tweet. There is, and I just spent 5 minutes reading about it. I saved that tweet for like 4 months so that I would read it when we arrived at this house. And then a minute after I finish, 2 people show up and don't know what I'm talking about.
Trap. Let us try not to trip headlong through it, yes?
I'm not Snip. I'm not going to spend 3 hours reading text.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
That's a lie. I did that in Metal Gear Solid, and I do that pretty much everywhere. But anyway, I'm referring specifically to yesterday. Snip started streaming a Crash Bandicoot game, and for some reason he decided to read the terms of service. And it took him Minsk, stop, Minsk.
Watch how you go. There's a trap. Step carefully. There's a trap.
So the vents alone aren't a huge problem, but we should still disarm them because if we accidentally hit an activation plate...
If not a trap, be cautious.
That's one less vent that'll go off.
Step carefully.
My god, so much. Let's get the vent first. Yeah, Jaheira is immune to Cloud Kill, but Jaheira isn't about to unlock chests for me. And yes, I know the chest can just be picked up and brought to the lockpick person, but
Be wary. This place is trapped.
we all have our way of doing things. And like what I'm gonna say here is not meant to be cynical or to detract from the heartwarmingness, but it's a very sensible win-win thing for them to do, because from their perspective, they're looking to populate a city with houses full of interesting lore, right? Like, they want this big map with a whole bunch of differently sized homes that's full of life. So this story is perfect for that. It's very sensible for them to like, all it took was a writer to read that and say, oh shit, you know, my job right now is to populate the lower city with random houses that aren't too quest heavy, and this guy's wrote this wonderful post. I could write about that. I could put a house together with a figure that represents his father. Like that's perfect for my work description today. So it's good shit. How to track an illithid.
Be wary. This place is
Handwritten tome documenting various tried and tested ways to track mind flayers and the results of each endeavor. Notes on mind flayer anatomy. I think we've read that one. Yeah, they have no need of genitals. Yes, and so the idea of him having a piece of equipment owned by the protagonist of the first two games being a nod to the fact that they played them extensively. Vampiric duality. Except from Telsham von Verkondel's Vampiric Duality. Now look, the thing is, your basic vampire has two instincts, right? Feed and make little vampires. Nonsense, utter crap. No such thing as a basic anything. The personality of a vampire has as many facets as a schizophrenic diamond. This statement seems contradicted only a few paragraphs later. Naturally, when you come down to it, the unidimensional qualities inherent to the vampire make them ideal predators. Their minds are narrow scarlet threads of cruelty spooled over a yarn ball of ravenous hunger. And only a few paragraphs later. Yet who doesn't adore the darkly romantic complexity of the vampire, the gusto of their love, the wildness of their passion? Yeah, of course, Hasbro will probably sell Baldur's Gate 4 to some shonky company that designs the whole city with AI. I think that's the one really bad thing about Larian's decision, because, like, I don't mind Larian moving on to their own stuff, because, you know, even if we don't get DLC for this, the bottom line is Larian aren't going to stop working. So we're going to get exactly as much as they can put out, no matter what form that takes, and that's going to be good, because it's Larian. So it doesn't matter, right? But the bad thing about them leaving Baldur's Gate behind is that Baldur's Gate 4 is being asked for, and Hasbro want to make it. Which means they're going to get someone to make it. Then it's going to suck. There's a chance they'll give it to someone worth giving it to, but that's probably not what's going to happen, because the thing was, Larian approached Wizards. Right? Larian approached Wizards. Larian said, hey, we've been making these RPGs for a while. You know that old RPG series based on your license that BioWare did? That's been doing nothing for a decade and a half? That's not true. They had the enhanced editions. But those didn't set the world on fire, you know? We think we could make a new Baldur's Gate. Here's our bona fides. Let us. But now it's the sequel to the biggest thing of 2023. So they want to make it. That's bad. It would be very funny if they gave it to BioWare, because BioWare isn't BioWare anymore. Like, that's the thing. People say, oh, it's X company, this Y company. Like,
anything of
you have to double check that shit, because when people leave, the company stops being the company, and it just becomes... Like, Telltale Games technically exists, but it doesn't really. Not the people who made the shit you like. Anyway, I think we're finished in here. Oh no, there's a button.
I'll give it a shot.
Did I read Confessions of a Duke? Where was that? We've read on psionic manipulations. Yeah, I remember the name, I just don't remember the... I read the book. Confidant of a Duke, that's it. Perhaps because he rose from humble beginnings before becoming a Duke of Baldur's Gate, Abdel Adrian made a habit of donning a hooded cloak and roaming his city's streets incognito, observing the citizenry and taking the pulse of the town, as he used to put it. It was on one of these urban excursions that I first met him. Right, so they're suggesting that he met the guy after the saga had ended, which would explain why he didn't, you know, appear in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. That's the best way to do it. What's really interesting to me is that they seem to be utterly refusing to have Jaheira or Minsk mention him. Right? Like, Abdel Adrian, I still don't even know how it's pronounced, because they never get voice-lined to say it. They always they put references in books and text, but Minsk and Jaheira will not talk about him. I think that's deliberate, and I'm sort of glad of it, because I don't really want them to talk about... To me, you can put a dude and say, this is the guy that did Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, this is the canon guy, he's in the world, deal with it. You can do that and put him off to the side, but don't tell me that my friends Minsk and Jaheira hung out with that guy, because I don't know who that guy is. That's not who they partied with when they were younger. Might be in canon, but that's not in the player's heart. Anyway. I first met him at an outside table on the Elfsong's terrace when we both summoned the same server and ended up buying each other's ales. We struck up a conversation, and upon finding out I was an adventurer, my new friend plied me with questions about my trade as a monster hunter. He soon let slip that he once followed the adventurer's trade, and thereafter we met regularly to share a mug or two and talk tales and tactics. It was some 10 days before I realized my interlocutor was none other than the city's Grand Duke, by which time we were already fast friends, so I wasn't overawed at sharing a table with him. This is followed by a rambling account of Galbraith's history with Duke Adrian, consisting primarily of a list of what stories Galbraith told the Duke about himself. I pushed a button, but that doesn't mean I know what it did. Maybe it disabled the traps that I already disarmed. Hasn't opened any extra secret walls. I'd say we're done here. 5 years ago, an anonymous Wikipedian made their sole contribution, the claim that Emperor Henry II was also known as Saint Henry the Exuberant. This can now be found in at least 6 books, including 3 by academics and 1 by a monk. Yeah, there was a famous case of, somebody wrote a book, and it wasn't, I think it was fiction, but it was, like, set in the real world. And they'd written the recipe for some kind of, like, herb. And it was like an 18th, like, the book was set in, like, the 18th century or some shit. But they'd written this recipe for a herb, and it said that it included Hylian shrooms. And something else. But basically, they'd accidentally picked up alchemy details from Breath of the Wild. They'd Googled how to make whatever it was, and they'd found the recipe from Breath of the Wild. And they hadn't questioned it. They just put it into their book. Hylia. I don't remember what the other ingredient was, but it was Hylian shrooms, as in like Hylia. And something Korok, I think. But anyway. Yeah, internet research, be careful with it. What did Grefter write? In 2014, on the fandom wiki for Diablo, someone edited the article for Doombringer, a powerful one-handed sword, talking about how the reduced light radius on it can help with stealth. There's a note on the talk page that this is all from memory. Diablo 1 has no stealth mechanics. This has been left unedited for a decade. Why do you know that, then? Or do people talk about it but not fix it? Let me look this up. Hylian shrooms. An Irish historical novel.
Hold still, citizen. Initiating scans and stuff. Go ahead. I am totally not an absolute spy.
Yeah, the dyes that I used in my dressmaking were composed from various ingredients, depending on the color required, but almost all required nightshade, sapphire, keyswing, the leaves of the silent princess plant, octorok eyeball, swift violet, thistle, and hightail lizard. In addition, the red I had used for Abrilla's dress, I employed spicy pepper, the tail of the red Lizalfos, and 4 Hylian shrooms. Wow, that's way more than I thought. That is 11 straight ingredients, and all of them are from Zelda. And it's about dressmaking, not about herbs and shit. The person who found this Googled ingredients red dye clothes. There in the info box that Google shares before it even gives you the standard search results was a list of the Breath of the Wild ingredients pulled straight from a guide. So it was kind of Google's... Well, I mean, okay, it's the dude's fault, but it was kind of Google's fault in a way, because Google's... When you do a Google search now, before you get the actual fucking search results, you get those little, hey, helpful information straight from Google, where they just pull from other pages. Which a lot of website owners and writers directly blame that for, like, a reduction in their business, because if you write guides, Google will just pull the text from your guide and deliver it to people in their Google window so they don't have to click on your page. Won't even tell you which page it's from, unless you expand and go looking. It's really bad. Anyway, don't use those boxes, like, ever, if you can. They suck. Especially don't use them if you're doing official research for real-world things. Quite a nice mosaic on the plaza. Anyway, I need to talk to these children. Let's talk to Cinnamon, Pumpkins, and Slow Butt. Now, how do you get a name like that?
Hello, fellow citizen. I'm not suspicious. Are you?
The girl is hiding something from the other one. She has candy in her pocket.
What's that you're hiding in your pocket, citizen? Looks suspicious.
You spotted it! It's spy candy! Because I'm a spy for the Absolute! Whee!
No, you're not. Trust me.
Halt, citizen! Wait right here for Steel Watcher scanning.
Can you scan me next? I'm on an urgent mission.
Suspicious behavior detected. Initiating scan. No violations on your record. You may go, citizen.
Hey! You jumped the queue! I was supposed to be next!
No, I know I never finished the park. The park is huge. But we did this building because the map had revealed it, and then there were people next to it. What, do you think I was going to go that way next?
I've got you figured out! You're a spy for the Absolute, like I am!
We may need to kill this child.
You have been cleared, citizen. Go on about your business.
Aw, can't I rat out the other one anymore? Damn it. Okay. I said we may. I didn't say I was gonna kill the child. I'm just keeping my options open. A home for every working Baldurian. Have I read that? Yeah, that's the douchebag pamphlet. Oh, one of them.
I wasn't even supposed to be on duty today. Had plans to go fishing.
I've read those.
Maybe I need more pockets.
This building here is sort of built into the park, but its entrance is outside. Got an awful lot of moss and crap on its walls, though. Is that intentional? Well, that is. I don't know about these. It's probably a thing we can do in this game. What, kill people and then reanimate them and take them with us? That would be Demon Dragon's field of expertise. So,
Listen, Wendell.
the problem area is over there, so let's go be over here for a bit. The Joyous. Is this also brought to us by Stony and Boney?
Joy and stone. Compliments of Stony and Boney.
It's Bird's Nest, but it's unreachable. I suppose we could shoot it. But that wouldn't be kind to the birds. The park sort of turns into a creek. There's a book here, Talus. Right. Yep. Deck of cards, allowing the player access to games of vast strategic depths, including Whist, Poker, Elemental Empires, Old Wizard, and let's just make a card tower I can hardly see. I've had that many pints, lads. And allows for better stealth management. There's no text in the talk page. 7th November? Okay, well, see, when you say it hasn't been edited for 10 years... Yeah. The page was created in 2008. Got 4 edits in 2008. 4 edits in 2012. 2 edits in 2013. 1 in 2014. 1 in 2019, and that's it. It's just, yeah, old internet pages are fucking weird. It's like... something that's sat there, that somebody made once, and has sat there for a decade, and you wonder, like, where's that person? Do they remember that they made this? Are they alive? Who's in charge? How long will this thing exist? Untouched. Someone named Nightmare Hobo made that page in the 28th of September 2008. How's Nightmare Hobo doing?
I couldn't take standing in that godforsaken line a moment longer. Felt like I was gonna faint.
I haven't edited the Diablo wiki since the 9th of October, 2008. So are they alive? Do they have a home? Do they still have nightmares? We don't know. We just don't know. There have been a few... You know, I've never played a Diablo. I played most of Blizzard's category, but I've never played the Diablos. Not out of, like, aversion to it. I'm sure I'd enjoy it. I just, couldn't say that about, like, 30 other properties that I've never touched, you know? Because I tend to look at a property as a whole. I have to get into something... If something's lasted longer than 2 entries, it's an endeavour for me to get into it. Did I not pick that? Oh, no, we got it. Is this the city's border? So there's nothing north of the park except for Cazador's. Huh, good. I do like finding the edges. What happens if you click on that URL, Grafter? Do attackers steal your data? Because, if that's the case, we'll have to get rid of it. You spent a good chunk of this afternoon playing Mafia from 2003. So the one that has since had a definitive edition made about it, but you're playing the original. I've heard that there's a mission in that game involving like a car that's very, very awful.
Fist these days can't take a piss without a steel watcher helping them aim. It's pathetic.
Okay then, Vistra.
Aye, well met, citizen. Oh, I mean fellow citizen, I guess. Sorry, not used to retirement.
What is Blingy? A creative community. Thocky.
What's up for discussion?
Sorry, pal. Table here's reserved for retired fists only. Veteran perk, you understand.
Don't listen to Vistra. She talks big for a short old dwarf. Those good old days weren't all rosy.
You sound too young.
I reckon the current cohort's doing the best they can, given, you know, circumstances.
People used to make horrible animated GIF mods of their own pictures. Oh, God. Yeah, like, the weirdness of the Mafia series is that you now have the first game, which was completely remade and is therefore the newest. The second one was remastered and is therefore the oldest feeling. But the third one's only from, like, 2016 or so. So it's older than the remake, and it's the only one that hasn't been changed at all. One day I will play the Mafias. I've heard that the first one is very good, the second one is pretty good, and the third one exists. Absolutely unnerving. This treatise concerns the rise of the cult of the Absolute. The perspective is cold, biting, and yet concomitantly it is impressed. One passage reads, "While I don't recuse myself from necessary criticism of this incarnation of the cult format, charismatic leadership, ritualism, mediocultural phrases, gestures, and emphasis placed on veneration at the cost of self-defacement or utter obliteration of identity, signs and symbols, shared goals, othering of those not in the know, etc., the Absolute does seem to fall into the same basket as the truly dangerous movements of history. There is some dark appeal in its doctrine. We ignore their rise at our peril." Oh yeah, that's pretty garbage there, Grefter. Yeah, that's yikes. Yeah, if I were to play the Mafias, I'd probably play the remake. Depends on, like, how much of a remake it is. Sometimes I play old clunky things for science, but, like, for example, the Yakuza games, I didn't play the original PS2 ones. Ugh. No cause for alarm! An illustration of a burning city introduces this book's frenzied summary of Eltergard's recent history. People of the Sword Coast, there is no cause for alarm! You have no doubt heard of the harrowing events that befell the city of Elturel. An entire city dispatched to the hells! I think I've read this. Mostly because of the, liberal use of caps lock. Elturel invited its own doom! The Fists will defend our city with their very lives, if they must, and I promise you that no infernal conspiracies infect the minds and souls of our noble dukes and patriarchs. No infernal conspiracies infect the minds and souls of our noble dukes and patriarchs. Have we already forgotten that before this latest madness, Elturel was infested with the undead? The so-called holy city of Elturel has in fact long been a foul pit of devil worshippers. Anyway. We all failed a survival check. There it is. I think I've run out of places that aren't the bit to do last, right?
Impossible.
La na 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 na.
I still remember our first date in this park, you know.
I might play them one day.
Certainly less fists about.
The founder.
Baldur, the city's founder, gazes out to sea.
I'm taking all of his money.
Perfect month it's been.
So this is Baldur, is it? Silly helmet.
I really don't think I've ever felt this way about some... Right here, just 1 month ago, my Eugenie agreed to our courtship. It's a good place for romance. Take it from me. Though I must admit, all the clankery from the flaming fists dampens the mood somewhat. I still remember our...
I'm sorry for Wendell. He does get a touch, over effusive about our courtship. Pay him no heed.
When you have to apologize for your boyfriend's existence, I feel like you're maybe not on a good one.
There were certainly less fists about.
It's only been a month, Wendell. Of course you remember our first date. I refuse.
Alright, let's try and talk to these kids talking about a ball, then go into there.
I remind you again, Wendell. 1 month.
Sinister hood. I don't know that he's even that sinister. He's a hooded man, but to me, one requires at least a modicum of competence in order to be considered sinister. You know? Connell.
I don't care what Emmon said. I'm not getting the ball. And you can't make me.
Stupid Connell, throwing my ball. Sorry. Mum said I shouldn't talk to strangers.
Which is good, right?
Where did you say the ball was?
In the fountain. There.
Ah! But if you
It does say bowl.
that means I kind of lost it, right?
Don't be mean.
There's figures hiding in the foliage. Might be a trap.
Sorry, this what?
I refuse.
Oh, hello, Nightblade Clarv and Nightblade Vinia ambushing.
I asked you here because the book was a lot more. Never mind.
And Death's Head of Baal Spalder. And Reaper of Baal Clotilda.
I'm not fetching it. I don't want to get wet.
Let's go up this way.
Now, I personally love the book's setting.
Don't know how to say it. I think we should start seeing people.
Hey, buddy.
We redden our steel by the light of day in his name. You are our lamb, ready for slaughter. Lady Orin asked us to test you, but I think you'll fail. What say you, little lamb?
I say... Who was the one who spoke to us? Clotilda. That one down there. So it wasn't the one we snuck up on. No, snuck up. Okay. We can drop a lovely 4-person ice storm. The only casualty will be the ball. We cannot save the ball. If we're going to do the ice storm, the ball must go with it.
For a loathsome neighbor.
Hey, the ball survived. It doesn't have health. Alright, so 2 of these fuckers died outright. Syrian didn't take much damage. Is that because of Unstoppable? Yes. And the Reaper Clotilda got hit pretty solidly.
To arms! Wait, no. To swords!
Oh, Minsk.
Whose battle cry is too high for your hearing? But you should tremble all the same.
A volley is not going to help. We're going to have to do regular attacks with him. Oh, but that means we can chuck fun arrows. Maybe. Nah, we don't have a lot of good ones. Fun arrows will do 2. Oh, which one? Smoke powder, maybe? Or roaring thunder? Explode? That would, wouldn't it? I've got 5 of these, so... If there's 2 damage types. Yeah, so the smoke powder one will work. Got a good chance of not hitting? Oh well. It hit twice, but it only took 1 unstoppable count. Let's just... Well, we've opened her up. That's what's important.
Consider my hackles raised.
Damn it. Don't kill... Why?!
Let this murder be his sacrament.
Fall on your ass, fall on your ass. Dang. That dude always goes for the... Well... Her boyfriend ran away. Sorry, Eugenie. I have you over there.
You picked the wrong fight, friend.
That wasn't much, jeez. Suppose I do have those. I forgot about them. Damn it. We're not very likely to hit those. Indeed.
I smell blood.
This'll help.
yeah, get angry. You're still unstoppable twice. Oh, you got hit by Nyrul now? Dang it. And you got dead. And you got dead. Come on, multi-attack. Break through that unstoppable. Perfect.
You point, I punch.
Oh, hi, fists. Oh, I should have moved this. Oh, well.
To glory, or glorious death.
Fuck.
I'm kicking for goodness.
Another day, another fight.
There we go.
Quick! Must be quick. This mind is small, fragile. Listen now.
You're bleeding.
Inconsequential. Just a vessel. One of many. It will perish. We will survive. We are the power that links you all. You know us. Absolute will. Absolute power. Not much time left. This mind cannot bear us. Turns to liquid. Listen close. We learn. We grow. Loosen our clumsy bindings. Aid us. Necromancer dead. Changeling and tyrant remain at odds. Kill them. You have a place in my grand design.
The Elder Brain can control anyone with a tadpole? That's, concerning.
What happened? Why do I taste copper?
Man, Edenosa's mind collapsed. Great, great, wonderful, awesome. It's so hard to find the one you just... Urban jungle. Survive the barlist ambush. Soldier gets a inspiration for commune with the Netherbrain? Yeah, I don't think I really want to do what you said.
These boots have seen everything.
So, kiddies, do you want your ball? To merriment.
Let merriment abound.
What's hiding here?
Normally I try not to lose NPCs, but in this case, that girl... it's just not worth it, you know. Strike in Baal's name. Oh, devotees of untimely death. It's time to skin, to flay, to make our presence felt. The terror must not wane. Those arrogant adventurers, make a bloody example of them. tear them to gobbets. I will ensure that the hapless fists stay out of it. And if any bystanders suffer unintended maiming or death, well, that's simply more offerings to Almighty Baal. It's from Orin. I wasn't doing her voice, but anyway. Fuck, we really can't throw it very far, eh?
To life and living. Compliments of Stony and Bony.
Oh, the kids aren't here.
I should speak up.
Don't know why I'm throwing it then.
Bloody hells! Who were that lot? And the captain? She's dead!
I don't need any attention right now.
She does.
Carefully now.
Don't know why it's in a jar. Unless it was in her brain jar, but anyway. Let's talk to the fist. Talk to the fist.
Who are that lot? Need to report this. Need to get reinforcements.
So do the fountain last because the people near the fountain will leave and or die. That was the sort of. But hey, that's the park done, and quite a large area it was too. Also, seems to have hit the north wall. What was that noise? Well, the book club didn't give a fuck. But I think the walking couple left as well. The retirees didn't care.
Right. Safest place in the city, too.
Can we all just climb over that?
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's flying.
Let's get going.
Vas Humbletude and Hannah Beffling. Grumpo Daggles and Frenog. Upper City off limits. Oh, this is the path to the Upper City. Which we're not going to be able to go through. Okay. I might take my break here. And then when we come back we can poke around this corner and go to Figaro's and start heading towards the last sections of the city, I assume. This is the... We're getting to the end of the overworld setup, which is very nice.
You sure it's not a trapped nerve?
I am, thank you. Stay in line! Stop jostling!
What are you gonna miss the most?
About what?
About not living in the upper city after we get in.
Being able to afford things, probably.
I will be back.
You do realize what we're signing up for here, don't you?
Single file, please, and no groups.
I'm sure we'll be able to afford things. least the things we need.
Honey, we might not be able to afford a room, let alone anything else.
They won't exactly let us starve to death.
You sure about that? Look what they're making us do
So
now.
you stopped queuing because you felt
It'll
funny?
be all right. We'll see.
I mean, yes, mostly. Why did you stop queuing then?
No way to run a business, I say.
I couldn't take
Can't even
standing in
browse
that
while
godforsaken line a moment longer. Felt like I was going to faint.
Fair enough. And they'd probably chuck you in the river if you did.
Probably. Oh, unless...
What are you going to miss the most?
About what?
About not living in the upper city after we get in.
Being able to afford things? Probably.
Do
You
you
do
think
realise
we
what
could
we're signing up for,
fighting?
don't
You
you?
can
deal with it yourself!
Through the river, I mean.
Maybe. I don't know how closely they watch it. But there's probably grates and things down there to keep trash like us out.
Nah, you're right. And I'm not the best swimmer anyway. Gods know what else is
No
down
way
there
to
and
run a
all.
business, I say. Can't even browse while you're with a client.
I'm sure we'll be able to afford things. At least the things we need.
Honey, we might not be able to afford a room, let alone anything else.
They won't exactly let us starve to death.
You sure about that? Look what they're making us do now.
It'll be all right. You'll see.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while you're with a client.
What are you going to miss the most?
About what?
About not living in the upper city after we get in.
Being able to afford things? Probably. You do realise what we're signing up for here, don't you?
What do you mean, what else is down there?
I don't know.
No
Magic,
way to run a
innit?
business, I say. Can't
I'm just
even
saying,
browse
maybe
while
there's a
you're with
reason for
clients.
that weird feeling of yours.
So you believe me then?
I'm sure we'll be able to afford things.
Stranger things have happened in Baldur's Gate is all I'm saying.
We might not be able to afford a room.
Think I made
let
the
alone
right
anything
decision
else.
not to stay along.
They won't exactly let us starve to death.
You sure about that? Look what they're making us do now.
It'll be all right. You'll see.
Wait your turn. Complaining won't get you in any faster. No way to run a business.
Can't you
I
feel
say.
it?
Can't even browse while you're
Feel
with
what
clients.
exactly?
That weird something. I don't know. It's like a tingle in my spine I can't shake.
You sure it's not a trapped nerve?
I am, thank you.
What are you going to miss the most?
About what? Being able to afford things? Probably. You do realize what we're signing up for here, don't you?
Single file, please. And
So
no
you stopped
groups.
queuing because you felt funny?
I mean, yes, mostly. Why did you stop queuing then?
I couldn't take standing in that godforsaken line a moment longer. Felt like I was gonna faint.
Fair enough. And they'd probably chuck you in the river if you did.
No way to run a business, I say.
Stay in
Can't
line.
even browse
Stop
while you're
jostling.
clients.
Oh, unless...
Wait
I'm
your
sure
turn.
you'll be able to afford
Complaining
things.
won't get you in any
Just the things
faster.
we need.
Honey, we might not be able to afford a room, let alone anything else.
They won't exactly let us starve to death.
You sure about that?
If you stop
Look what they're
fighting,
making
you
us
can
do now.
deal with it yourselves.
It'll be all
No
right.
way to run a
You'll
business,
see.
I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client. Single file, please, and no groups.
Stay in line. Stop jostling.
Can't be long now.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
What are you going to miss the most?
About what?
If you stop fighting, you can deal with it yourselves.
Not living in the upper city after we get in.
Being able to afford things? Probably. You do realize what we're signing up for here, don't you?
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Stay in line. Stop
What's the
jostling.
use being first in line if the line's not moving?
Wait your turn. Complaining won't get you in any faster.
I'm sure we'll be able to afford things. At least the things we need.
Do you think we could
We
swim
might not be able
to
to
the
afford a
opposite?
room, let alone anything
Through
else.
the river, I mean.
They won't exactly let us starve to death.
I don't know how closely they
You
watch
sure about that? Look what they're making us do now.
But there's probably grates
be
and
all
things
right.
down there to
You'll see.
keep trash like us out.
Nah, you're right. And I'm not the best swimmer anyway. Gods know what else is down there and all.
What's the use being first in line if the line's not moving?
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
If you start fighting, you can deal with it yourself.
What do you mean, what else is down there?
No way to run a business, I
don't know.
say. Can't even browse
Magic,
while he's
innit?
with a client.
I'm just saying, maybe there's a reason for that weird feeling of yours.
So you believe me, then?
Stranger things have happened in Baldur's Gate is all I'm saying.
Think I made the right decision not to stay in long.
Stay in line. Stop jostling.
Can't you feel it?
Feel what exactly?
What are you going to miss the
Single
most?
file, please.
That's
and
weird.
no
About
groups.
what?
Something. I don't know.
About not
It's
living
like
in
a
the other
tingle
city
in my
after the
spine I
event.
can't shake.
Being able to afford things?
You sure
Probably.
it's not a trapped nerve?
You do realise what we're
am,
signing up
thank
for here,
you.
don't you?
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
If you start fighting, you can deal with it yourselves.
Can't be long now.
So you stopped queuing because you felt funny?
At least the things we need.
I mean, yes, mostly.
We might not be able to afford
Why
a room,
did you stop
let alone
queuing
anything
then?
else.
I couldn't
Exactly
take
at the
standing in
start
that
today.
godforsaken line a moment longer.
You sure about
Felt
that?
like I was gonna faint.
Look what they're making us do now.
It'll be all
Fair
right.
enough.
You'll see.
And they'd probably chuck you in the river if you did.
Wait your turn. Complaining won't get you in any faster.
Probably. Oh, unless...
What's the use being first in line if the line's not moving?
What are you going to miss the most?
About what?
About not living in the upper city after we get in.
Single file, please.
Being able to afford
and no
things?
groups.
Probably. You do realise what we're signing up for here, don't you?
Stay in line. Stop jostling.
Can't be long now.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with clients.
I'm sure we'll be able to afford things. At least the things we need.
Do you think we could swim into the upper
We might
city?
not be able to afford a room,
Through the
let
river.
alone anything else.
Maybe.
They won't
I
exactly
don't know
let
how
us
closely they
starve
watch
to
it.
death.
You sure about that?
But there's
Look what
probably
they're making us
crates
do
and
now.
things down there to keep trash like
It'll be
us
all
out.
right. You'll see.
Nah, you're right. And I'm not the best swimmer anyway.
If you start fighting,
Gods
you can
know what
deal
else
with
is
it
down there in there.
yourselves.
What's the use being first in line if the line's not moving?
Wait your turn. Complaining won't get you in any faster.
What do you mean, what else is down there?
I don't know. Magic, innit? I'm just saying, maybe there's a reason for that weird feeling of yours.
Can't be long now.
So you believe me then?
Stranger things have happened in Baldur's Gate is all I'm saying.
Think I made the right
No way to
decision
run a
not to
business,
stay
I
along.
say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
What's the use being first in line if the line's not moving?
Stay in line! Stop jostling!
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Can't be long now. What's the use being first in line if the line's not moving?
Can't you feel it?
Feel what exactly?
That weird something. I don't know. It's like a tingle in my spine I can't shake.
You sure it's not a trapped nerve?
I am, thank you.
way to run a business, I say.
What are you
Can't
gonna
even
use the
browse
most?
while he's with a client.
About what?
About not living in the upper city after we get in.
Being able to afford
Stay
things?
in line.
Probably.
Can't be long now.
Stop jostling!
You do realize what we're signing up for here, don't you?
Whatever it takes.
I've got a long road ahead.
Ah, we're over here. Hello, I return.
What's the use being first in line if the line's not moving?
Twitter tells me,
No
oh,
way
that's
to
a
run
month old.
business, I
Never mind.
say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Can't be long now.
It's fascinating when people just pull out a story that is weeks or a month old or something and just post it like it happened yesterday. It was a repost of an article that said, several unrelated women speak out after they are all randomly punched in the face in the streets of New York by a stranger.
The line's not moving.
It's from the end of March, and it suggests that there was just this dude walking around and just punching women in the face and then running away. And questions as to, hey, is this all just one guy? What the fuck? Anyway. Hopefully in the month since that was posted, they found him.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
So this waypoint is just called Baldur's Gate. Like as in the gate itself, or... I don't know, but the entry to the upper city is here, and we also have Figaro's building, which we'll enter. Let's just go to this gate first. Got two people waiting here. Upper city off limits.
No admission to the upper city until further notice. Residents may queue up and wait.
And these are the people who aren't queuing. Grumpo!
You trying to get in too? I waited half a day and got nowhere. I gave up.
He sounds like a Grumpo. I would be too if I was queuing for a day.
Others, and then I started feeling wrong. No thanks.
Explain that?
There's something off here, but I don't know what.
Grumpo Smat of Astros. You know, I've never actually played Anachronia, but I've read about it because it seems really interesting.
Belching smoke and metal screeches. Keep the city peaceful. The mouth can publish all the fluff pieces it wants about
Anachronox,
these
that's
steel
it.
watchers.
That's what it
I
is.
think they're a menace.
Why did I think it was called Anachronia? Anachronox. Close enough.
Newspaper says steel watch production is increasing. Doesn't seem to help Lord Gortash keep ruffians like you off the streets.
Maybe. I don't know how closely they watch it.
The brain. It's here. Stay away from the gate.
Well, that warning was like a teensy bit too slow.
Listen to me. If you go any further, the brain will dominate us. We are not ready.
We should heed the Emperor's warning. Passing the gate could be the death of us.
Right, but it might be funny. I know that Jihira wasn't affected. You know, the one who doesn't have a tadpole? I'm gonna quick save and go forward and see if we die.
I should speak up.
If you
looking to get into the upper city, you'll need to join the queue.
Queue's just ahead.
Fist Noodle Man.
One of the fists almost broke someone's jaw earlier. All they did was ask how long the wait was.
Fist Kirahi. You hold the line?
Watch yourself. I'm on my third spat of the day with dogs who don't think the rules apply to them.
Stop fighting! You can deal with it yourself!
No queue jumping, no bribes, no spitting.
What are they making us do now?
You guys are having a bad day here, huh?
Can't help you.
It's probably all the mind control. No.
You'd better have an inroad into the upper city. Oh, we sold everything, but it still won't be enough.
They seem fine.
Got gold, I hope. Most of us will be lucky to afford a basement in the upper city.
What business do they have shutting us out of the safest part of the city? There's room for everyone in there.
We've been standing in the sun all goddamn day. Fists don't even care.
Fists seem tired, don't they? Maybe some silver would perk them up and get the line moving.
Does this look like the queue to you? Didn't think so. Now get back over there where you belong.
Wow! That was great!
God, I never thought I'd reach the front of the line.
We've been told to expect you. Head on through.
I can go through, can I? That's good.
Don't know why you get to skip the line, but go on then.
Let's go get killed!
My head. It feels like it's being crushed.
Whoop! Oh. What was that?
Being able to afford things.
Chihiro, you go. You're alright.
You do realize what we're signing up for here, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a perfectly normal bridge. At least it was. What is happening to the camera? Help! This is not normal.
We might not be able to afford a
They won't exactly let us starve to death.
A powerful force emanates from beyond the door. It skims the surface of your mind with frightening speed and recedes. You are not the one it wants.
God knows what else is down there.
Well, that must be what happens when someone who doesn't have a tadpole gets to the gate. What happens when someone who does gets to the gate? Let's find out. Let's Misty Step all the way over there. Damn, I can't. Let's Dimension Door all the way over there.
What are you going to miss the most?
Karlak, you're coming with me.
Not living in the upper city after we get in.
In case you can't tell, I'm going to reload
Being able
after
to
this.
afford things, probably. You do realize what
Yeah, it just takes us straight back. It does not let you get to the gate. Okay. Kneel. Dominate.
I'm sure you'll be alone.
Stop fighting! You can deal with it yourself!
Right.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
That was violent. Hannah Biffling.
I wouldn't hold your breath if you're here to see Figaro.
I really need my hair doing, so you'll have to wait in line.
You don't look like you need your hair doing.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse.
Precious
while
delivery.
he's with a client.
Dear Figaro, those gems you requested have arrived. Left them in your basement for safekeeping. Looking forward to seeing what you make with them. Omotola. Commission for formal wear. Lord Gortash's coronation ceremony is upon us, and as such I would like to commission an outfit for my dear wife. Note, she has very precise requirements. The item is to be a dress with one sleeve hanging off the left shoulder. That sleeve should end at the wrist. On the other arm, no sleeve, but a ruff. Material should be of the finest silk, absolutely no wool. The waist should be adjustable, tied with ribbon in the manner of a corset. The hem must touch the ground, but not trail. Payment will be made on receipt of the completed garment to the exact specifications outlined above. Master Durinbold. Seeking help. Dear Mr. Facemaker, I hear you're the best of the best when it comes to crafting new personae. Well, I need that and more. I'm being hunted by assassins and I'm scared for my life. I need the makeover to end all makeovers. A makeover so complete that nobody would ever know it was me under there. I hope you're up to the task. My life depends on it. Anon.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Well, there's Wob, not Figaro. And there's Gudge. Hey, you know what those names sound like?
I don't know. Magic, innit?
No, not magic. They sound like doppelganger names. 4 letters, consonant, vowel, double consonant. That's a doppelganger name. Yeah, motherfucker. What's the other one? Oh, chase down the serial killer. Is this where he went after Cora Highberry? That would make sense, I suppose. Let's read Facemaker Tastemaker. Detailed drawings of a variety of fashion designs. Standard capes, wide brim hats, patchwork gowns. What the hell is a hat of eminent giggles? I don't know, but it's fucking nice. What do you get when you cross a fiend with a rogue? A thiefling. Nameless comedian moments before his perhaps timely murder. Anyway, Wob, how are you?
Oi, you! Get in the bloody queue!
Seems like a good moment to talk.
How long do you think Master Pennygood expects us to wait? I'm bored already.
Simple enough.
It's unusual for prey to supply the tools of its own butchery. Razors, scissors, nail files. So many cuts one couldn't make. And yet, Such a fleeting window. But then, who am I to deny the auspices of destiny? For we are celebrating, Master Figaro. You have the delicious honor of being my crowning achievement. Your body is my ultimate gift to my lord, Bard. Together, we shall transcend.
A paralyzed victim and creepy monologue. Could you get any more cliche?
A challenger. My lord tests me.
Yes.
This piteous hovel will be your grave, challenger.
Ooh, that's a lot more than 2.
I will savor your final breath. My last kill before becoming.
Karabasan's gift. Did that... That doesn't... Did that even hurt?
Limp-witted slick-licker! Another witness to my sacrament.
Yeah, but it was a water elemental. Alright, so what do we got here? We have Baldur, who isn't a doppelganger. There are doppelgangers made to look like him, but... There's Woy, Gudge, Rull, Wob, and Socks. Right, so these 3 are all in here, whereas the 2 that were out here are still out here.
I mean, yes, mostly. Why did you stop?
What's a good Jaheira option here? We could, Unfortunately, Ice Storm's too big because there's friendlies over there. Well, not necessarily. We could do it over here, but... Then we're making a huge mess of Figaro's house. Call Lightning is smaller and, Good to hit 2 over there, but what about... What's happening over here? Dolor and... Yeah, we could hit these 2. Can we hit all 3? We should kill these 3 before they attack the... That's true. One of them does go. Yeah, let's just hit these guys down here. They saved, sadly. Well, didn't decide to go for the paralyzed lady. Decided to go for us. Do you even have a weapon? Right. If you go to Coral before talking to the Flaming Fist, who's Coral? Oh, this is the fist from the elf song. Devala. Right. He'll probably be right here. You meant Cora. Jesus, that misses a lot.
madness!
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
You can get all three of these in a volley.
Do you think we could swim into the upper city?
Maybe. I don't know how closely they watch it. But there's probably grates and things down there to keep trash.
He blind at the minute? He's not.
Nah, you're right. And I'm not the best at that anyway. What else is down there and all?
2 out of 3 dead. 1 left with 1 HP. Good God. Let's get my offhand, I guess.
Never a dull moment.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even
Can't
browse
do
while
that
you're
without
with a client.
moving, but I can move. And I still have my chain lightning.
What path lies before me?
What do you mean? What else is down?
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse.
Where's
while
Wob?
he's with
Oh,
a
you're
client.
over there. Okay, Karlak, you can deal with Wob.
Weird feeling of yours.
Right now?
So you believe me then?
Stranger things have happened in Baldur's Gate is all I'm saying.
Think I made the
Bob's
right
decided to take off his skin suit. What do you mean interrupted? Right there.
No surrender.
There.
Want to do it?
Can't you feel it?
Feel what exactly?
That weird something. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
like
but
a tingle.
Lightning Bolt was short rest too,
Can't even
and
browse while he's with a client.
Are you sure it's not a trapped nerve?
I am, thank you.
it still did the job.
Let's go with her.
So you stopped queuing because you felt funny?
I mean, yes, mostly. Why did you stop queuing?
Push them down with...
I couldn't take standing in a godforsaken line a moment longer. Felt like...
Hi there, Facemaker. And Bobula Hanvers? Who are you?
Can't believe someone would try and murder Master Figaro. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Well, unless it was buzzing around one of his fitting rooms.
How are you, Develop? I can't talk to her. Strange.
You know,
One day I'll catch a break.
Maybe I need to talk to him. Oh!
I
Should have known it would be you. Thank you. If it had been the dwarf alone...
Dwarf?
We might have stood a chance. But these doppelgangers... Oh, they swarmed us. We were paralyzed before we even had the chance to fight back.
The only person I've ever heard pronounce it as dwarf is my dad. It's dwarf, not dwarf. Those doppelgangers are tracking his progress. Apparently, this one's a rising star among ballists.
A rising star, you say? Then perhaps it's a good job I ran into him. I was on my way to the upper city when I heard a commotion. I stepped in to see if I could help. It's not every day you have the chance to catch a killer in action. Not even in this profession. These killings aren't random. In fact, they seem to be part of some sort of test. That document you showed me before, the one with the victims' names on it, that was the briefing. The killers paralyze their victims, take their hands as an offering for Baal, and make it look like the cult of the Absolute was behind it all. It grants them access to a tribunal. From what I could gather, it's some sort of rite of initiation for aspiring cultists to prove their worth. And it's taking place beneath Candle Hallow's tombstones. Like I said before, it's not something I can look into in an official capacity. But you...
I do need to correct you on one thing. It is not a good thing that you ran into him. It is a good thing that we ran into him several times with our weapons. You were lying in the corner in the fetal position about to get shanked. You are welcome. Candle Hallow's tombstones, any idea where that is?
It's not a place I'd ever heard of, if I'm honest. But rumor has it there were some hidden cellars somewhere near the Elf Song.
We do know where it is. I have a hand. I'll investigate this tribunal.
How did you... Perhaps it's best I don't ask. Do what you have to do. And I'll pick up where I left off. The upper city. When I'm done...
Do we mean the
I'll
clown's
stop by
hand?
the Basilisk Gate. If you've...
I did not skip that. What the fuck just happened?
You know, I heard it was a Baalist that tried to kill Master Figaro. Why would a Baalist want Master Figaro dead?
Didn't like the roughs on the new facemaker fashion line?
She just disappeared.
Who can say?
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Get a killer look when you shop pacemaker fashion.
That's the most tasteless slogan you've come up with yet. Great job.
He does have some of the most fabulous clothes in the game and the raciest... Raciest. Okay. Sorry. My fault.
I heard it
That was very confusing for a second.
tried to kill Master Figaro.
How the fuck do you have racist clothes? Unless it's a white sheet with some eye holes cut in it. But anyway, you've got stealth armor, makes sense. Dolor Amaris. When you land a critical hit with a weapon or an unarmed attack, it deals an additional 7 damage. Astarion, I'll send that to you. I don't know if you'd use it or not. Space Hunt boots. Boots of Dimension Door. Yeah, that makes sense.
Get a killer look when you shop pacemaker fashion.
That's the most tasteless slogan you've come up with yet. Great job.
The following text is printed haphazardly on a torn, bloody page titled Dirge of the Unholy Assassin. Neath candle hallows quiet tombs lies a path to murder's boons. If entry down below's your aim, seek trigger hidden by a frame. Sicarius the door awaits to admit those who seek their fate. If to continue you insist, show a trophy rent from wrist of sacrifice for our Lord plan. Present death's night, a bloody penis.
A passphrase. Sicarius. And a location. We should find this candle hallow place.
Frank Alexander, Father Lorgan, and Duke Stelmane's hand. Well, we could give that to the Emperor. He might want to shake it. It's only the bag's only £1. This is 4 hands. It's £1/4 per hand.
It was a Balist that tried to kill Master Figaro. Why would a Balist want Master Figaro dead?
Didn't like the roughs on the new facemaker fashion line?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Hey there, Flanders.
I'm ever so glad Master Figaro was saved. I'd have been out of a job otherwise.
I'm glad Figaro's all right, though. Without him, I'd have no job or dress sense.
Can't slow down.
Facemaker fashion. Dress like every day could be your last.
No traps, please.
Get a killer look when you shop Facemaker fashion.
That's the most tasteless slogan you've come up with yet. Great job.
Penultimate report. It is an honor and a privilege to watch this brother-in-Baal in action. The setup for his final... Hang on.
You know, I heard it was a Balist that tried to kill Master Figaro.
The setup for his final qualifying murder is brilliant and meticulous. After its inevitable culmination, I will be thrilled to join at the murder tribunal in acclaiming Dolor as an unholy assassin. Shalar Guj. Which is weird, because the note is on Sox's body. Guj's body is empty.
Great job.
Anyway, let's speak to Figaro.
I must say, I'm damn lucky you showed up when you did. Can you believe what that monster was doing?
Yes, actually. I've been hunting him for quite some time. I'm glad you feel lucky. Do you also feel a deserving discount coming on?
Well, I'm not sure. Discounts are reserved for only the most loyal customers. The look on your face. You really thought me that tight-pocketed? Jests aside, thank you. You forever have my humblest gratitude and a most generous discount on my wares.
Glad to see you in good spirits, Figaro.
In the face of such horror, I don't see that I have much choice. Now, how may I help you today?
What are you selling?
I sell anything and everything needed to cultivate your countenance. The best you'll find in Baldur's Gate. Certainly better than any dreck you'll pick up in Worm's Crossing.
Ha.
Very good, sir.
Whoa! This man wants to suck our dicks! Whew! So let's see. We have several different flavors of bi-cocket. We have some lovely hats that we can't wear because they don't have vanity slot for hat, unfortunately. There's some different types of underwear. Oh boy. Oh boy. Backless extravaganza. Backless so that people can pat you on the back and proclaim, "I say, lovely outfit." Let's
Another day, another dungeon.
has the underwear got progressively less wear? Well, what even is that one? My word. City of Brass outfit. What am I wearing now? Splendid red. Interesting. Doesn't matter who I buy it for, it'll go into my inventory, okay. I want to see what backless extravaganza looks like.
Now remember, fashion's a fickle mistress, so be sure to return.
Before we dress up, let's just go upstairs.
We could take a few in. Our mansion's big enough.
Better be cautious. Right tool will do the trick.
The Angelic Scion. I might grab that as well then.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Karlak can model the interesting ones.
You know, I heard it was a Balist that tried to kill Master Figaro. Why did the Balist want Master Figaro dead?
What's inside?
Damn it!
I don't know how closely they watch. Some things down there to keep trash like us out.
Nah, you're right. And I'm not the best swimmer anyway.
Let's see.
There's a chest key, but I can't find a chest.
Best be on my way.
Unless it's the one that was out here. No, that one's not locked either.
It was a Balist that tried to kill Master Figaro. Why would a Balist want Master Figaro?
What's up for discussion?
Well, anyway.
Didn't like the roughs on the new Facemaker fashion line? Who can...
Welcome back, friend. The fine facilities of Figaro Facemaker are yours to peruse.
Fantastic. I met your sister. She didn't have a very high opinion of you.
Well, the feeling is decidedly mutual. Her wares are a poor imitation of the clothing I have on offer here. If she would just accept my offer to work here, like Father wanted, we could resolve all this bad blood. But no, too proud. Very good, sir.
Now where's the angelic scion? Yeah, that seems to be missing some parts.
Now remember, fashion.
Let's go to camp. Oh yes. We'll take that. But what does this look like? Ah! I guess we could put Shadowheart in that. Ooh. With the shoes and ooh. Is that what the... Yeah, it puts those on your feet. Sorry, Shadowheart, I'll put that back on you. You've never put that on her? Yeah. Yeah. But what does this one look like? Oh, there are in fact boob coverings. That's good. Then there's Backless Extravaganza. Oh, we have 2 of these. When did I get another one? I don't know. But I already had it in her inventory for some reason. Yeah, that's pretty backless. Here, Minthara, you can be angelic. Astarion, do you want the backless extravaganza? Because, you know, he's got all the... Somehow, I think he wouldn't want to wear this.
Justice, truth, and a virtuous boot.
Minsk, how would you like it? It's actually alright on him from the front.
Don't burn yourself.
This actually works well with the burning chest.
Never a dull moment.
Steel sharp, hamster hungry.
Wait, hang on. Holy shit! Has he got a... Is that a tattoo, or is that burned into him from the orb? Yeah, he can have that, it's fine. Actually, the obvious one to try here... Nature Boy. I'm sure a lot of people would be very happy with that. You can keep that.
All right. What now?
I press the highlight button again, but I forget which one it is.
You know, I heard it was a Balist that tried to kill Master Figaro. Why would a Balist want Master Figaro dead?
Didn't like the roughs on the new Facemaker fashion line? Who can say?
Time to press ahead.
Anyway. What is happening down there? Lord
Seems like a
Whitburn.
good moment to talk. Here we go.
Facemaker fashion.
Good day. What could be more pleasant than spending one's inheritance? Though I don't imagine you would know.
The Gazette reckons Lord Gortash is the second coming of Baldurin. Horsecack!
You murdered someone in view of a guard. Perhaps unsurprisingly, you're under arrest.
Oh, come on. Did you hear him open his mouth? Here, have a bribe.
A suspected murder is not something you can bribe your way out of.
If I committed murder, I guess I'd have to kill any witnesses, wouldn't I? That literally went down every single time. What man? Was there a man here? I just read this scroll to him and he turned into a pile of ash. I don't know how. Do I look like a mage to you? Plays violin. I wish there was an item in this game called the world's smallest violin that you could use as a bard.
What's up for discussion?
You want a copy of this rag? Gold. Make it quick.
What's with the attitude?
Me stupid dad makes me sell these shite rags. Pillock. If you want one, it's gold.
You're selling newspapers.
Yeah. The best one in town. Also, the only one in town. You want a copy? Gold.
Why is it that you can't say two?
The Baldur's Mouth Gazette. When the mouth barks, the fist bites. I forget the real slogan, but you get the idea. Now, buy a copy, or leave.
I think this is my favourite news hawker.
Works great as toilet paper if you run out.
Innocent one-eyed man mistaken for Vecna lover. Local comedian in literal ghostwriter scandal. Greasy sewers fault halts undercity housing plans. Are you fucking serious?
Keep the city peaceful, my ass.
With haste.
Oh, Lady Whitburn, are you as miserable as your husband?
Old Lady Whitburn, the mother-in-law, never comes down to the lower city. I'm glad I'm not such a snob.
I have bad news for you, Lady Whitburn.
Let's see.
Flaming Fist in massive recruiting drive. Does Duke Stelmane have a wasting disease? Ritual murders on the rise. Secret project at the Gondian Foundry. So this is before the Steel Watch came out.
The statue is of Baldurin, founder of the city, forever looking out to sea. Out for restocking. Will return shortly, if I can find any more stock.
I mean, that makes sense. The Glitter Gala.
Downstairs, the Glitter Gala. Upstairs, the Chromatic Scale.
Opportunity to work with a master artisan. Dear Madame Omotola, I am a master artisan from El Terrell, recently uprooted from my home due to circumstances beyond my control. Perhaps you've heard of me? I've certainly heard of you. I have wanted to visit your fine establishment for years now, and I'm delighted to finally have the opportunity. You see, I believe this unfortunate turn of events in my life could prove richly fortuitous for yours. I believe there is a gap in the market here for work such as my own. Permit me to descend upon you with a small sample and perhaps entice you with the possibility of establishing myself as a resident jeweller. I look forward to meeting you in person. Yours, Elswyn Glimrock. You need to hear this. Dearest Thomas, it has been too long, and what adventures I've had. I look forward to telling you all about them in the Elf Song when I'm back, but in the meantime I met this Jenny trader on my travels who put me onto a rare metal they call pyrohydrum. They make pipes out of them. Now, pipes are all well and good, but I'm fairly sure that in your hands this material would make the most exceptional flute. You see, it heats up the very air that's blown through it while it's being played, which makes for a sonorous and grandiose timbre, the likes of which I've never heard. I have a bag of ores here for you to sample when I'm back. I cannot wait to hear what you make of it. All my love, Eric. Did I see a hatch? Well, sorry, where's a hatch? There? We didn't find a hatch. Fuck! He's got a basement. I'll have to go back to Figaro's.
Upstairs, Chromatic Scale. The finest purveyors of musical instruments in Faerun.
What's that?
Fine jewels and ornaments, handcrafted by the masters of Athkatla.
Time to skulk about.
Glittering Baldur's Gate for over 20 years. Where's that? There. A brochure featuring several of the city's patriarchs wearing Omatola's gems. On the front page is a detailed drawing of a large and ornate wedding ring. Underneath are the words, designed by the Glitter Gala, commissioned by Lady Frelia Janath.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
Oh, how I wish for soothing rain. Oh, how I wish to dream again.
Do it.
Stock display, a primer by Sana Aaron. This extensive primer guides shop owners how to best display their various products. The pages related to jewelry are earmarked for easy referral. Maxim 1. Space out your wares appropriately. Leave no less than the width of a hand between pieces so as not to crowd the eye. Use light to your advantage. Place gemstones where light shines brightest. The shinier the jewel, the more luxurious it looks. Maxim 3. Group complementary items together. If customers are interested in a ruby ring, they will be tempted by the ruby amulet you display next to it. Person who just asked for an insult has not spoken in my chat since 2019. They are a Throne of Lies fan. Clearly they've been insulted enough in life, they don't need me to contribute. Yes, I know.
Open up.
New merchandise from Arm, Cormier, and even Far Damara, all brought here to glisten before your gaze.
Omotola.
Drab attire, lackluster skin. My darling, you need my gems. They'll brighten even a ghoul like yourself. Or, if you are the practical sort, I also stock enchanted stones. They're almost as magical as myself.
This isn't the place to go to for customer service. Hey, did you just call me a ghoul?
A skeleton would be more accurate. You have good bones, darling. You just need decoration, and you're in the right place.
What use do I have with gems?
Darling, we're on this plane but for a blink of the eye. Why not get a little luxurious?
I'm not giving you any of my money.
Remember, a life without glitter is no life at all. Take care now.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
She's also guarding her own basement hatch. That's bad.
Softer than a whisper, with a flick of the rest.
Fuck. Another go. Boom. We made it. Don't ask me how that works.
On my way.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop!
Not to trick you along through it, yes?
Get out of the cloud! Get out of the cloud! Kill!
Plant your feet with care.
Oh, my hand slipped.
I guess the water elemental doesn't get hit by it.
Is it the earth beneath that crunches, or the bones within? At your command.
Yeah, you ain't disarming that with a bonus of +2. But the gas pit has stopped.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Why has everybody trapped their basement? Like, lock it, sure, but why have we all trapped our basements? Wait, there's Cloud Kill in there.
This place is trapped.
But I undid the fucking trip.
Don't waste a step.
Attention.
Work to be done.
My boot craves the crunch of
Well,
a
let's not all fail in here, yeah? Fuck!
Less prattle, more battle.
While I'm at it.
Bullshit.
Is that blood? No. Never mind.
Yes?
Huh.
Can't give up now.
Now, how did you know that was going to happen, Guan? You thought it would be DC 10. What? No, I don't fail checks. I don't fail performance checks. That doesn't happen.
Let's have a look.
Ooh, I was just expecting it to go diddly-dee. That's what normally happens when you play a piano. Don't get a roll. It's literally just basic-ass instruments. What the hell? And an ink pot and a quill.
Moving ahead. Wonder what's past this.
Well, considering you can see through the bars, I wouldn't say you gotta wonder.
Trap.
No, no, no.
Be cautious. Step carefully. There's a trap.
The question is whether there's an additional plate, because if there's no additional plate, then we don't have to worry about the gas pits, but in case there is, and we did just fail a perception check, I'm gonna disarm the gas pits. Come on.
Never make an enemy of me, friend.
It's fire. Fire doesn't hurt us. Ugh. That does, but well.
Soldier.
Still breathing, despite everything. No one stopped me yet.
This book is impossible to read. As is that one. Shame.
On my way.
That seems to be everything down here.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Da 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 da. It's interesting that it was the chromatic something's basement, not the Glitter Gala's basement. Chromatic scale, which is this one. Night pirate ship. Umberly Remembers. Yeah, I think I've read that one. This music notation is accompanied by a series of grunts, finished up by one final shout, Hoorah! Sword Coast Songbook. The Ballad of the Dreamweaver, Blades and Bardings, Drums of Daggerford, Lost and Away, 9 Stars Around a Silver Moon, Peridus the Great, Tears from the Sea, Waiting Grave, and When Mages Go to War. Thomas C. Quirkilius.
A customer. Come, Docha. You look like someone who knows their way around a lute. Or perhaps you enjoy the drums. Flute? No. Liar.
All that and more. I enjoy a challenge.
A fellow bard. Oh. Might I bend your ear? I've been experimenting with lute strings made of, hear me out, warg hair.
Curious. What are the benefits exactly?
Well, you see...
Excited and breathless, time passes in the blink of an eye as the two of you get lost in the intricacies of music.
Minsk approves.
Goodness. Look at the time. I'm terribly sorry for keeping you, but the most delightful chat. Here, a little discount as a thank you.
The Escapades of Fandango Gloven. Oh, these are rare instruments. A rare lyre, a rare flute, rare drum. Glimmergad's Selgaunt Fiddle. Buy that. Also buy Dangerous Tunes. That looks like Volo's outfit.
Thank you for coming to my little shop. I hope you have a wondrous day.
Well, yeah, we want it just for the flair. Here, you can have my old one. This is a popular history of magical song and singing with an emphasis on tunes that ensorcel or entrance their listeners, such as the Chionthar Harpy's Siren Song and Glimmergad's Stupefying Melancholy. And unfortunately, the Escapades of Fandango Gloven is impossible to read and has crumbled to dust. Well, then why the fuck were you selling it, you prick? Just for that, I'm breaking into your bedroom.
Don't want to draw any attention. Don't mind if I do.
Is that his bedroom? There's no bed. Are you fucking kidding?
Moving in.
Anyway. There's the Glitter Gala. Done. So let's take stock. We have this building down here, which we haven't been to. And then there's whatever's over in this corner. But as we go down here, we're heading more towards the docks and stuff. What the fuck was that?
I am a gentleman who may venture where he
Sounds like someone's taken a swing,
who must mind where they go.
but I don't know what or who. Anyway, what's going on over here? Meriol.
Almost coming to blows over a pebble. What's this city coming to?
This is a shine boot.
Bloody ridiculous. Some folk must live a charmed life if a child playing in the street's their greatest worry.
Speaking of Figaro's basement. That's what we need to do now.
Nobody wants to read the riot act to a child, but, well, discipline's got to start somewhere, eh?
I was just playing. I wasn't even aiming at him.
But you hit him.
This city has been in a downward spiral for too long. Only the soft-hearted and the street vermin dare to deny it.
Nice wig, fucko. Do you maybe want to get it the same color as your facial hair?
What's in here? I suppose your mother squeezed out a whole litter just like you.
It's definitely this house that the swinging sound's coming from. Ah, there we go. Fig. We'll talk to Fig once we finish with Figaro's basement. I will enjoy that house. Interesting.
Out of sight.
Will I have enough time to do it? We've only got 20 minutes. Now, how many fucking traps are in this basement?
Never wanted the easy path.
Come on, Figaro, be trapless and hapless. Current orders. For Lady Margaret Phage, a ball gown, cobalt, for Lord Agamir, for Mrs. Hamperstead, 4 identical servants' dresses for her maid staff. Of course they're identical. Gotta have a uniform. Blue-stained research.
Better not be cursed.
Thankfully, Lady Phage has provided a second bursary for my research into the perfect cobalt, a colour which she believes so suits her complexion she will pay any amount to see it recreated in dress, scarred, and veil. My research has led me to Kalimshan, where reside the realm's finest purveyors and innovators of pigment. While I cannot make the journey myself, I've written to one Habir Ashmad, believed to be the finest coloursmith on Toril entire. He responded hopefully, saying the discovery of a certain type of sea mollusk has yielded promising results. The creature produces a dark ink that, when combined with acid, produces a rich cobalt blue so beautiful it may even please the discerning eye of Lady Phage. Got a wall there. The last will and testament of Julio Facemaker. Oh god, everything is fucking locked! I, Julio Facemaker, resident of Baldur's Gate, being of sound mind and well-manicured face, dress, and body, declare this to be my last will and testament. In writing this, I revoke all previous promises made, verbal or otherwise. Any who contest the contents of this document will be excluded from it entirely. To my daughter Carmen, I leave my fortune in gold, silks, and gemstones. Among my issue, you alone have earned it. To my other child, Figaro, I leave the management of my shop. A bit of honest labour would do him good.
Trap. Be cautious.
Somebody help me get through this door. Come on.
Let us show them how it's done.
Come on.
The city reeks of evil. Rappery! They seek to harm my hamster.
That's not what I wanted. Yeah, but I was hoping for a faster way because it's sturdy, and sturdies are a bastard to open up.
Well, well, well. Let's go. One, two.
Let's move. Very well.
There we go.
What's inside?
Oh, hey, good. We disarmed it. Well, we took 0 damage together, so...
Here goes nothing.
That's that. Huh? What just happened? I left. Why am I back? Anyway. So there's this house and this building. They both look a little larger. Should I finish up here and start with them tomorrow, or should I go there now? Because I got 15 minutes. But I'd rather not go over time today. Different opinions from different people. Yeah, we can leave it. Let me get back down into the square. I want to look, see what I can, how far I can cast forward. I don't know that, yeah, there isn't that much left because down here on the other side of the docks is just two big buildings. And I think that'll be the edge. So there's a couple more houses in this northwest corner. And then there's these two, but that might be it. We still have to find a reason to go to Flim Cargo. We have a reason to go to the Murder Tribunal now, which is good. Is that going to take us... That's presumably going to take us to Lae'zel, too. Six left. Huh. I'd say tomorrow we try to finish that out. And by Friday we're down to picking major content things to do instead. Which is very, very good. All right. Yeah, but the buildings that we're deliberately skipping, I'm sort of putting it in phases, you know? There's the city exploration phase, then there's the major content phase, which will have us go to all those places. But this phase is making this map look fully revealed, so that whenever a quest says go here, I'll know where to go. But yeah, I'll call it there, because even if I did manage to get whatever this house is finished, if it's something I'm going to really enjoy, I'd rather take my time with it and not be worried about how long I have left. So we'll tactically stop a little early there. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll go straight there. So if you want to see me go through whatever that house is, don't be late. Fare thee well.